The inclined plane is another type of simple machine. A ramp is an example of an inclined plane and is used in situations where it is too difficult to lift an object straight up. The object is moved a longer distance, but it takes less effort because the change in elevation is gradual. When an inclined plane is wrapped around a cylinder, it becomes a screw. When a screw is rotated, it moves itself downward or upward. Gears consist of several wheels which fit together. As one is turned, it causes others to turn. Sometimes they are connected by a chain or a belt. A small wheel may be turned with very little effort and will in turn cause larger wheels to rotate. The wheel and axle consists of a small cylinder in the center of a wheel which we call the axle. It does not take much effort to turn the axle one full rotation because it has a small diameter. As the axle is turned, the wheel, which has a much larger diameter, also turns. The diameter of the wheel determines the distance moved each time the axle is turned. Which would you ride? Which of the bikes would require the least amount of work to travel the distance of 1 mile? The road bike, of course, because road bikes are hip. But if you're not into being cool, you may want to consider that with each turn of the pedals, the axle center turns once. If the outer circumference of the wheel is 12 inches, each turn of the axle results in 12 inches of forward movement. If the wheel's outer diameter is increased to 36 inches, each turn of the axle results in 36 inches of forward movement. The diameter of the wheel determines the distance moved each time the axle is turned. A wedge is simply two inclined planes placed back to back. Imagine trying to chop wood with a square axe. It would be impossible. The triangular wedge shape increases the force of your blows and allows you to successfully chop wood. A pulley is a wheel upon which a rope or a belt is looped. When the rope is pulled, the object on the other end of the rope moves. In this diagram, F2 is the rope being pulled. FL is the force of the weight pulling downwards due to gravity. And H is the distance upwards that the weight moves. The force needed to move the weight decreases as more pulleys are added. With one pulley, 100 newtons of force are needed to lift the weight 10 centimeters. With two pulleys, only 50 newtons are needed. If another pulley were added, the amount of force, F2, would decrease even more. When two or more simple machines are combined, you have what is called a compound machine.